Hello, Virgo! Thank you very much for tuning in to your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For the supportive oracle cards, the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. I already shuffled. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3. This is dragging through. Yes. Hidden aspect. Okay, let's see where that goes. This, like, I don't remember which one it was, to be fair. But there was a reading I did before this for the channel where I think it was Sagittarius, honestly, where it was like rough. Like, the whole situation was a struggle. Now, for you, you're going into something. But the thing is, well, are you going into it or are you coming out of it? I think I said that backwards. I think you're coming out of it. I'm hoping I'm not going to sneeze here, but it makes me feel like it's reactive. You've come to the part where it's almost time to finish off this situation. You've got the King of Cups next to the 8 of Pentacles. It's kind of like almost there. No, it's the 7 of Pentacles, excuse me, 7. Almost there. But I do feel an 8 of Pentacle vibe with this, just to be fair, and it did fall out while I was shuffling, which I wanted to remember that, so I did. There we go. This is a situation that you've got a lot in it, and it's coming to, it's almost time to finish it up. And you're happy about that is what I'm getting. It's like a lot of work has been put into it. It's coming to the end stages. Now, before we get into this part, this is the hidden aspect. Is this right side up or upside down? It feels like right side up. Okay. The King of Wands. This is the hidden aspect. And I'm getting kind of a weird feel with this. Kind of like... it feels a little inappropriate, to tell you the truth. It feels like somebody has their own ideas about what they want. They're a little bit, they have like fears of inadequacy a little bit. They're kind of hiding off to the side. They're definitely, the king is somebody who makes decisions, but this is kind of a weird feel here. And I'm getting kind of like an inappropriate feel with this. Almost like he's, feeling like he's in control of something, but he's playing it off to the side and just kind of enjoying the fruits of his labor. It's like he's looking at it like this is his reward. And don't get caught up in the gender, he, she, they, whatever's going on there, but this person feels like they're the ones who deserve the credit. They're the ones who made this happen. It's their reward. They're looking at it like it's their reward. You put a lot of effort in this, though. This is a little off for me. Because it's an outside influence. It's off to the side. It's a little hidden. And then I almost feel like this person, either they, like, there's somewhere, they have some type of ownership with this situation. This person off to the side. And they're outside of your view is what I'm getting. You may be fully aware of them, but it's not somebody you directly deal with is what I'm getting. Or not usually. So you're coming to the situation. It's coming to its fruition. This person, that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing, because I think it's what's causing the rest of this coming forward. Now, this is going through the whole situation. As you're getting ready to end it, and you got the Death card, like it's taking a while to end it. You are literally ending this situation. You have got the Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and you've got the refusing to see here. You're doing what you feel is it's time to do. It's necessary to do. This is what needs to happen at this point. This is just the point in which this happens. Like, this is the natural progression. This is what it's time to do. And I'm feeling that with the 8 of Swords, like you don't see how there's another way to do things. This is just how you finish it off. This is how it's done. The 8 of Swords, though, is saying there is another way. It's just, I just feel like you're not seeing it, refusing to see. You don't even want to look for it, though. You're just like, no, I'm finishing this up. This is how you do it. I'm not looking to find other possibilities. I'm looking to end this. Why would I go searching for other possibilities and other ways to end it? Let's just finish it. And it's kind of like, no, there's no need to do that. You're not wanting to. You're not really feeling like there is a way to do it at this point. And you don't want to look for it. And you're just like, we're ending it. And this is how you do it. And that's just how it is. And it takes a while, but this is how you do it. And I feel like very, very strongly I'm feeling here, like we're ending it. Why look for other possibilities and ways to end it now? It's come too far. It's time to wrap it up. It's not time to do more research. It's time to wrap it up. And it almost feels a little annoying, like, no, we're not doing more research now. We're wrapping it up. Come on, people. Now, this person throws a monkey wrench, I'm getting. Because the Three of Wands shows up in the environment here. People are already moving on to other things. Like it's like you're stuck with the bag. You're stuck with the responsibilities. Other people are walking out or moving on beforehand. They're not finishing up their pieces. And I'm getting, you're kind of like, what is happening here? This is like throwing you off. You're like, no, this is not done yet. Your piece wasn't done. Where did you go? Like, and they're gone. They left. It's kind of like putting together a cabinet, and they put together the base pieces. They got the doors over here, and they're like, oh, it's mostly done. I'm just gonna go. Somebody else can finish it off. And you're like, no, you were supposed to pick up the doors. Like, you were supposed to pick them up and hang them. Like, I needed you to help me do that, or at least I thought you were gonna do it yourself. That's just adding more work for me now. That's not fair. And you got the Tower card here. People are just jumping ship ahead of schedule. Like, oh, somebody else will finish it. I don't have to worry about it. It's fine. It'll still work out. And you're the one holding the bag. You're like, this is not right. Like, this is not finished. This is not complete. You were not supposed to walk away. Why do I have to be the one who picks up the slack? That's not right. I want to walk away too, but I'm not going to do that because we're not done. I'm getting an annoyed feel here. Like, you're kind of looking at these people like, what are you doing? That's not right. The king here is pulling people away and giving people the idea that, no, you can walk away, somebody else will finish it. You know, come on to this now. Get a head start on this over here now. This person's pulling people away. Like, get a head start on this now. Somebody else will finish that. Let somebody else finish that. You can get a head start over here. It'll be fine. Just come on. This is the hidden aspect card, though. You don't see that this person is pulling people away, and you're getting left to holding the bag. Now, this is an interesting thing, because what happens after here? Because, like, you're still ending it. You're still ending it, and I feel like you are tying up these loose ends. You're like, dang it, this is stupid, but it's almost done. I'm not going to leave this half finished just because other people just wanted to walk away from their responsibilities. I'm going to finish it. I'm not letting this fall through the cracks just because nobody else seemed to care. And I feel you annoyed, but also you got the shadow side with the new vitality. You're like, oh no, this is not going to fail now. It didn't come this far just for this to fail. So that's the new vitality. Like, nope, this is going to work. I'm going to get this together. I'm going to make this work out. And if I have to get somebody to help me, I will make somebody help me, but this will work. I didn't come this far just to fail. That's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. But you also get the shadow side, which is reminiscent of the devil card in most decks, which is telling me you're ticked. I feel like you're ticked right off, and you're like, you might be venting to a couple people like, this is unacceptable, this is not right, I have to pick up all these pieces now, just because I'm not willing to let all my work go to waste. And they knew it. And I feel like that's how you're coming through. You're just like, and they knew it. I wouldn't let all this work go to waste. They knew I would finish this off. They knew I would do it. And I feel you very ticked about it, but you're kind of like, I'm not going to throw away all the work I did. I'm not going to throw it all away. I refuse. So you're kicking forward. You're going forward. You do seem to be garnering some help here. I feel like you have people around you can trust and count on. I feel like these are people who usually wouldn't be a part of this situation that you're leaning on, and you're like, people walked away. I need some extra help. Can you come over here and help me? I know this isn't your bag. This isn't your responsibility, but I could really use some help, and I know I can trust you to actually help me. Will you please help me? And people are coming towards you like, yes. People you trust, people that you have good bonds with, they're like, yes, I will help you. I will help this work out. So you are getting some extra help here when needed. It's not the appropriate people is what I'm getting, though. Now, the people who come in, and they're just a temporary moment. They don't stay long. I don't feel this is bad, but I feel like they're moving on fairly quickly, and they don't seem to have any other responsibility or connection. They're just helping you cinch it up. They're helping you tie up the loose ends, but then they detach right away. They don't get involved in any of the, if there's any type of politics or anything with that. They're not involved. They're just helping you do what you need to do. Then they're stepping right out, and I feel like they're not really investing in the semantics of the situation. They're just kind of helping you, doing what needs to be done, and then they're stepping out. I feel like this isn't bad. I feel like this is actually really good. They're not making it any more complicated. You may be venting about a couple things and they're listening a little bit, but they're not investing in the situation. They're just kind of like helping you tie things up, helping you where you need help, but then they're stepping out and they're walking on. But you're okay with that. I don't see any problem at all with that. Now I'm noticing you have this Page of Swords at the end here. And as this, like, it's kind of like, you know, you're tying up the last loose end and you're putting the situation to rest. It's done. Finished. As you're doing that, you've got the Page of Swords, like you're watching, like, all right, now that the rewards are going to be collected, let's see how this plays out. This is face down. Are you a supportive? Somebody else gets the credit. That can't be. Is that real? I'm seeing you as the second figure. I am seeing you as the second figure. This is the card. It says lead. This is happening. This is what's actually happening. You'll see the blue figure in the back is almost identical to the front figure, except missing the crown, and I think the necklace is missing, I believe. The color, the stripes, the jacket is a little different. But what I'm getting here is basically, I don't see you getting credit for this like you should be. Like you tied up all the loose ends. You stayed back to make sure everything would finish off. But somebody else, Mr. King here, which could be male, female, anything, any gender, could be any gender, he, she, they, whatever's going on there. But this person is who's getting the credit. So if you didn't know who it was in the beginning, you'll know who it is at the end, because they're going to be taking the credit for the whole situation. Meanwhile, you made sure it worked out. And this is face down, like you're not seeing this come. I want to say that you would be the one getting the credit, but it doesn't feel that way. It does not feel that way at all. It feels like somebody else is stepping forward, but you're the one who made sure they got their successful day. This person feels very entitled to this, by the way. Whoever they are, whatever gender they are, they feel very entitled to it, and they can do what they want is their attitude. How is this supposed to be helpful for you? I'm seeing this Eight of Swords, and I'm feeling like this can go a little different for you. Back in the beginning, or back before when I was talking about, you know, there's different ways to handle this, different ways to work this out, but you're like, no, we're wrapping this up. Why put more research in a situation we're closing down? It doesn't seem to make sense. If this reading comes to you at the right time, I feel like this is a point where you could find a better way for this to work out, where you don't have to be the one holding the bag. So if you're kind of like, you know what, maybe I should be open to these ideas, it doesn't seem like it's really warranted, but knowing where this is going, and so you don't end up holding the bag and being the one who's making sure everything works out, maybe do that. So maybe you can be one of the people stepping out yourself and let somebody else pick up the pieces. I don't know how that feels. But I feel like you would step out if it was guaranteed, like somebody else was going to wrap it up and you could depend on them to do it and you felt confident. You would move into something else a little slower. You would let go of this if that's what was necessary. Virgo's kind of like a finish it type attitude, though. I don't know if you really be completely comfortable with that, but you might be more comfortable not being the one holding the bag here at the end, making sure everything works out. I feel like things might be more defined, and you would have more of a choice about what's happening next. I feel like you would see what this person was doing a little closer. You'd have more of a heads up, and you wouldn't be surprised when people just walk away. You would get the heads up and see where things are going, so you could plan a little better and maybe get your 2 cents in there about, no, you can't walk away this early. People should finish their position. People should finish their obligations. Don't tell them to walk away until they're done. So there could be a little bit of a better way to do it. At this point, that's your chance to do things a little differently, so you're not the one, you know, holding all the responsibility, then getting pretty much none of the credit is what I'm getting at the end. In which I don't want to say you did the whole situation, but at the end, if you walked away too, this could have tanked, and all that effort could have been thrown away. So I feel like you should get a notable amount of credit for that. Like, it should be acknowledged at the very least. But I don't see that happening either. All right. I'm trying to make it better than it is what I think I'm doing. So I'm going to stop and let it go. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.